Hi everyone, today's unboxing is for the monthly subscription service to Once Upon a Book Club. Once Upon a Book Club is a book subscription service where you get a newer release and several curated gifts that are individually wrapped, have page numbers on them, so that when you get to that page in the book, you can open up the gift and it's curated to go along with the book. It's a whole experience. Um, so the Once Upon a Book Club, there's lots of videos out there for them. There's lots of subscribers. They've been around a very long time. They are very popular. They have 3 current subscriptions. One is an adult book. One is a YA fiction. Well, they're all fiction books. So an adult fiction, a YA fiction, and also a tween fiction box. They start off with each of the main boxes going for $59.99 a month plus shipping. They do have the option to bundle as well. So if, let's say, I wanted to get the adult box and the tween box, or I wanted to get the YA box and the tween box, or the adult box and the YA box, you get the picture. If I want to get that, there's a slight discount, so you can bundle them. So, okay. So, and I will tell you about this particular box. I am not currently subscribed to Once Upon a Book Club. I do like them, but I can't necessarily be guaranteed clean reads. And I'm a little bit picky about that. Not to say that I don't know, most of their books may be, but I tend to steer toward Christian fiction largely, so I don't. They will get that on occasion, and sometimes I will subscribe for a short time or pick up a box. In this instance, I'm going to tell you before I even open the box that this is not a Christian fiction, just so that you know, if you're following me, you know what I like. However, it's an author that typically does clean reads, and I really enjoy her works. And this box is a one-time buy. So I paid more than I would have paid if I had been subscribed to it. But I just wanted the one box because it was her new release. And I was like, oh, cool. So sometimes they have that. It's not a guarantee that every box they come out with you can buy individually. But in this instance, that happened to be the case. Okay, so this is the June 2025 Once Upon a Book Club adult box. Let's dive into it and see what treasures we got. All right. So you'll see, I'll pull, as I pull things out, you will see the book right away. But first we have the swag bag, which has got bookmarks and book plates and information about the book and the different pages. I'm going to set it aside for a moment. We'll go through that in just a moment. The book is Rules for Ruin by Mimi Matthews. I have read several of her books. They're very good. They're historical romance. They're very good. They are on the clean side, so most of the time. This is, let's see, who's Penguin Random House. Okay, so here's the book. We have the gift for page 37, the gift for page 116, the gift for page 249, and a gift for page 25. I think that's probably it. Yep. So I'm going to move the big box out of the way. And we'll go through the different presents. So let's first open this up so we can see what information we have. Okay, so we have a bookmark. Now, I'm not going to do this experience the way you typically do it, which is basically you would read the book, and as you're reading it, when you get to these different pages, you'd open everything up. But we're not doing that since I'm unboxing it. They have a sticker, collectible sticker, the book plate, or basically the signed author, a sticker signed by the author. A note from the author And then, oh, I'm sorry, I said June, and this is not June. This is the May 2025 box. And they got discussion questions and a conversation with her and even historical information, which is really cool. Okay. So let's open up these prizes. Now, if you're wanting to experience this the way it's meant to be experienced, you're probably not going to want to watch the rest of this video. But if you want to stick around and see because you're curious, let's dive into this. All right. Okay. So I have on page 25. Oh, wow. It's like a... Let me see if I can get that out. It's like a planner. Okay, that's just awesome. Look at that. Magnetic clasp. It is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love this. It's not a planner, it's like a savings binder, right? Like a budgeting binder. I've heard of this 100 envelope saving challenge. I've never actually done it. That I love. Okay, so this was page 25. Let's look at our book. On page 25, there it is. Is it before or after? Oh, Compton thrust his checkbook back into the desk drawer. He slammed the drawer shut. So where you would keep... Now, we don't do checkbooks anymore, right, people? So at least not very much. I did have to write a check. I'm going to digress for just a second to tell this little thing. Maybe you can relate. I am of a generation where we wrote checks. So I know what that's like. I have done it. But in the last, I don't know, so many years, as you know, we have gotten away from that. So like my kids struggle when they've got to write out checks because every time they do it, it's like this whole new thing. I got to walk them through it. Here's how you do it. But that being said, I don't carry checks on me either anymore. I have some, but I never use them. So I actually had somebody request a check for me and I was like, what are you talking about, a check? You do know we don't use those things anymore, right? So, I don't know. Can you relate? How long has it been since you've had to write a check? Okay, let's go to page 37. And on page 37, we have something to do with, bobby pins. Dragonfly hairpins. Oh, I love that. My daughter is in love with hairpins. She uses them all the time, so I'm probably going to give them to her. 37. All right, page 37. What I do like with this is that they're telling you where to open them at. So here it is. Effie reached for her glittering dragonfly hairpin. Awesome. Okay, then I have page 116. If I can get it untied. It keeps wanting to knot on me. Come on. All right, there we go. And on page 116, we're going to have, honey and black currant hand cream. Oh, cool. I don't want to open it just yet. Okay, so 116. There it is, 116. Gabrielle sat down beside her, catching the soft fragrance of her perfume, some maddening decoction of honey and black currants. I love that. It's the exact flavor. It's the exact fragrance. That is so cool. Okay, so then I have page 249, which I got to kind of pop open a little bit. There we go. I love these boxes that it's coming in. Okay, page 249. Oh my goodness. Is that a fan? Miss Compton's painted hand fan. Okay, so we gotta open it. I gotta, you know I had to. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. And it's like a thin wood. That is super cool. Love that. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. What page is that again? 249. So then on page 249, which they should have the sticker on. There it is. Miss Compton whisked open her painted fan. She wafted it rapidly in a burst of pique. I love that. Okay. So if you like this video, please take a moment to hit the like button down below. And also if you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, it'll let you know when I post my unboxings. As always, I love your comments. What'd you think of the selection? Have you read anything by Mimi Matthews? Or what was your favorite item in the experience? Or if you just want to say hi, that's okay too. I love your comments. I read and respond to them all. So what do I think of this box? Well, I really like this box. I, in particular, love this box. I am very satisfied with my purchase. I love that everything was curated well to the book. I love that things are a pretty decent quality, I think, for everything that you get. I mean, I feel like I got more than my money's worth on this. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I like it, so that's what matters, right? Once Upon a Book Club as a subscription service themselves, like I said, you can go out there and find tons of people who regularly subscribe and watch their videos. I can tell you that I like Once Upon a Book Club. I think they're a great service. They're sometimes not a fit for me depending on the selections of books, so I like pick and choose. But if it were something that I was liked their book selections, they were more up my alley, I absolutely would be regularly subscribed to this. As it stands, I kind of haunt their website and I wait for things to come out, and there have been times, I'll admit, there have been times when there's been a book and I'm like, oh, I should get that box, but I'm not subscribed, and they sell out, and that's the nature of it. But for me right now, more often than not, I'm not necessarily interested in the book selections. So and I also love that they have YA, and a lot of book subscriptions have the YA and adult, but I especially love that they have the tween ones. Now, I don't have any tweens in my house, but I think that this is a great thing if you do have them. I will say that not with Once Upon a Book Club, because back then they didn't have the tween service, but there was another box service that did the curation with the pages several years back when I actually did have a tween. And we read the book together and we opened the gifts together when we got to those pages. And overall, that was just a really fun experience for me and my tween to have. So I would say that if you've got a tween who's interested in the books, absolutely, you should try this service. It's a great bonding experience, I thought. That wasn't Once Upon a Book Club, like I said. I don't have tweens anymore, but maybe down the road. But I think it's great that they got this. I highly recommend them. If you are more in the general arena of reading, you don't have a choice in genres and stuff. So, but if you're just like a general reader, like I'll read anything across the board, this is probably going to be a really good service for you. So definitely recommend them. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. You guys are awesome. Have a great day.